Alright, let's see about getting started then, shall we? Yeah, sorry, last time my stream kind of ended abruptly. Nothing I could do about that. It was a internet dropped out for the whole of the area. We have back to roughly our last save point. Here we are. Check, make sure the options are still all good. I slowed that down, yes. And one thing I did do was I added, turned on the special features, the director's commentary, and changed the aspect ratio. That's the one. Yeah, so let us load the game. Here we go. So we have these listed in the top corner now for the director's commentary.
I always like Glottis because he's just so pure in his. I mean, he's by definition pure in that he's just the spirit of driving, kind of like he was summoned from the land itself, and he has no nothing but a desire to drive and go fast, and all his motivations are about like moving at high speed. He almost dies because he's going too slow at some point, and he has to go fast again to come back to life. Right. But he also obviously cares about friendship and Manny, and he's a very loyal character.
Well, there you go. That's the special features.
I wonder how long you can live without a heart.
Wow.
This signpost seems to be pointing the way to Rubacava.
That's good. It's heart back there, isn't it? Yes, there it is. It is heart.
Oh no. Ooh, ick. Shoot!
Ooh, scary, scary daddy. And it crashed. Okay, save pretty much the same.
Oh no. Ooh, ick. Shoot!
Okay.
This is me playing with my own worst fears. I was realizing while we're making this game, I just randomly was thinking about how nice it is that spiders can't fly. You know, with spiders are kind of icky, but they're on the wall. You can stay away from them. Don't go in the garage. Don't get firewood ever. You can stay away from spiders, but what if they could fly? What if you had to, instead of like a bee buzzing around you or something, you had to worry about like there's a black widow. Like, wouldn't that be creepy? So we made flying spiders in the game.
No, they can kind of fly if you kind of look at them.
These spiders have Glottis's heart in their web.
Hanging down from the webs. Yeah, they kind of, when they run their webs, they'll like drop them from the ceiling and kind of drop down. I live in a really old house, and that's...
It's an ugly pile of bones. Like me. I guess I could always use a spare.
Use it on here.
Soup's on. Huh. They don't seem very interested in that bone I put in there.
I'll pick another one. And put it in there just in case.
It's stuck in there good.
We know what this is because we actually got this, did this just about last time when the net dropped. So, you'd think a scythe would be able to cut through the web, but apparently not.
Oh, poor spiders. No more demon heart to eat. It's still beating.
What?
Heart? Heart is good. Be good to heart. Don't tear out heart. Heart is good. Strong, beating, good heart. Hey, is that my car?
Oh, Glottis. Glottis, Glottis, Glottis.
Mr. Lamont, I assure you the missing woman will be found. I will personally track her down myself.
Just like you personally picked her up from the land of the living.
That was my intention, but Agent Calavera somehow got to her first.
We gave you the fastest car, Domino. We gave you all the best clients. You had all the advantages. So how was this Calavera able to sneak in there and eat your lunch? Oh, now, Hector, you can't get too mad at Domino. That wasn't his fault. Oh, I can, Don. You should know I can get too mad. But not at Domino. After all, he wasn't in charge of this operation. At least, not until now. Hector, no! Marigolds. Funny. For some reason, I was expecting tulips. Well, maybe Mr. Calavera, eh, Domino? Why don't you personally go down to the basement and escort him up here? The sooner he's sprouted and we can get back to business, the better.
Wanna go for a ride?
I thought you'd never ask! Oh! Sorry.
I mean, it doesn't look that much different remastered to original. I think I'll keep the original bit like the aesthetic.
Manny, this is a low-riding street rod, not a 4x4. We don't have the clearance for that kind of road.
Híjole, mano. What sort of unholy Christmas tree farm is this, Gladys? Gladys?
Manny, check out this wheelbarrow, will you? With a couple of ATV nubby tires on the back and a 2-stroke lawnmower engine, we could make one sweet go-kart.
Okay. So this is where we're at. And, yeah. What is that? Hurry the heck up.
This forest sucks the marrow out of everything. This forest sucks the marrow out of everything. There's no door on this trailer. I think it's just a big generator. No trailer hitch on the bone wagon. Switch is up.
So let's turn it down.
Ooh, careful, Manny! With the harmonic balancer. Oh! Oh! If we shook the tree down, those pumps would dislodge, and I could make high-lift shocks out of them for the bone wagon. Hold on. I'm going to unbalance that wheel with some of these weights. That'll shake her down for sure.
Yeah, you tell her.
Okay, just give me a second to balance these doggies. That should do it.
Oh, I was trying to see if I can spin him around.
Still not enough.
And maybe if I move them around a little. Hey, while you have that off, let me try moving those weights around some more.
I'm gonna try flinging him. Because he's Glottis. It's funny. Right?
Okay, just give me a second to balance these doggies. Hey, Manny! What are you doing?
Outside of the entertainment value, that didn't do what I had hoped.
I remember in this room, as in several others, Julian, we used a sound ambience that we recorded using a contact microphone on various machines, like Coke machines, other vibrating devices or machine-like devices that produces a kind of interesting hum. And if you put your ear up against a Coke machine, or I was just on the Golden Gate Bridge last week and I stuck my ear up against one of those, 300, 200 foot pylons, and it's amazing the resonances that are going on in those type of resonant bodies. And we would record things like that and turn them into ambiences for some of the rooms.
Pneumatic, okay.
That was a dirty trick, Manny.
Oh, it was an accident. I bumped the switch with my elbow.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's got to be somewhere we put it on both of these.
Gladys, what are they doing to that tree?
Oh, city boy! You work all day in a 60-story skyscraper, but didn't you ever wonder what it was made of? The marrow of these trees, man. They suck it out. It's like cement.
Is that why the town's called El Marro?
Huh? Never thought of that. Maybe so.
Okay. Let me do something with this. Timing thing. Now this is where I find out I should have done that with Glottis on top, right?
Hey, while you have that off, let me try moving those weights around some more.
And on it goes again.
Now, no monkey business this time, Calavera.
Us? Nah.
Manny, you promise!
Voila!
Manny, until now we scraped along the ground like rats. But from now on, we soar. Like eagles. Heh. Like eagles on pogo sticks!
Ooh, yeah.
What a relief. I was getting concerned that our transportation wasn't ostentatious enough.
Get in! Or are you afraid of heights?
I guess now we go off-road. Okay.
Manny! What are you doing? Don't you know what's on the other side of that gate?
Yeah, the way out of the forest.
Demon beavers, Manny! They'll make you into a dam!
Relax, Geppetto. I'm not made of wood.
But Manny, they don't use wood.
Yikes. Right.
There's a big old padlock on this outer gate.
This one was,
How could you ever cut this?
I know, but programmatically, it was buggy,
Oh, yeah.
and it was hard. No one understood, like, how to solve this puzzle for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, look, you gotta pick something, and we hadn't started it yet. And so this is a classic Tim technique. When you want to cut something, he will start putting it in the game.
Yeah.
So that everything gets in. So, yeah, funny.
Okay. Go over here and see what's over here.
We were like, what is the flame source for the beavers? And they're like, well, they have a nuclear core. They have a nuclear core, so they're thermonuclear flaming bone beavers.
Yeah, you know, I have to say, flaming bone beavers. I mean,
You would think that
what
would be
does that remind you
controversial.
of? Yeah,
A band name?
maybe. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This river seems to be made of tar, but those beavers just seem to cut through it like water.
Wait, let's try. Still have that bone, right? And a bone demons, so.
Ooh, something has sucked the marrow out.
Have I got to get more?
This scene, actually, this is the beavers here, another good example of, like, you know, why you have to have coroutines in games, because you know, at least in adventure games, you have to have like a script that just says, how's this beaver going to behave? You know, what's he going to do? And at the time that people were making games, you know, the scripting languages weren't popular yet. You had a lot of games in C, and somebody would have been trying to write in their game engine, in their game loop, and go run the beavers now. And in a scene like this, you had to be able to take that and say, this is how a beaver behaves. Right now, I'm thinking like a beaver. How would a beaver? He's going to crawl over here, and he's going to chew on these things, and then he'll get tired, and then he'll jump over here. The same thing with the pigeons and anything else. And that, again, it's like I didn't have to think about the fact that they were needed. They were obviously needed. I mean, that's one of the things that Scump had made very obvious. Like, you cannot make adventure games without coroutines. They didn't even call them coroutines, though. I mean, we didn't even know what to call them for a long time until, I mean,
Threads.
They were just threads, yeah. And actually, well, that was one of the early experiments. I actually tried to use actual Windows threads, because this is a Windows game. It wasn't a DOS game. This is a Windows game. We can use actual threads. And I initially did try and actually have different Lua threads, and it was just so heavyweight. Machines are so tight, and it was so much overhead, and it was so complex. And it was like, no, we need something lightweight. It needs to be really focused on what the game does.
Yes, I need to get another bone. Right.
That's not on fire.
Look out!
Come on, Gladys. Let's crash through this gate and drive right over those little monsters.
No way, Manny. Oh, those flaming bone beavers are mean. They bite, they claw, and if one of them wrapped around my drive shaft, I'd be picking flaming hunks of fur out of my U-joint for months. I'm not going down there until you get rid of them. We can't fit down there. I ain't driving back to town, Manny.
Well, this is the area that Tim and I would make a lot of jokes about because, you know, producer type person, I need to shorten the game, cut it somehow. So this area, I would, you know, say, hey, we need to cut the beavers. Does that make sense?
He's like, no way, not cutting it.
Oh, well, the whole time we'd fight about it, and it was that one kind of thing where, that was...
Right, that's already been done. Do you recall something about this sign?
Not right now.
Run towards the camera, okay? Grab more bones. Glottis. Surf music as well, gets it, you know? It says what, this one?
Not here. Isn't that at all? Here, that's no way to treat the bone wagon. Not here. That's no way to treat the bone wagon. Not here. That's no way to treat the bone wagon. I don't really want to do that. Not here. That's no way to treat the bone wagon.
I need to move the bone wagon out of the damn way then. I found right about where Glottis is. Whatever it is I'm supposed to be aiming for. I don't know where this white spot is.
I'm scared of that sign.
It looks like some sort of warning sign. They'll tear you apart bone by bone and build with you a human throne. Their buck-toothed king will sit upon what once was you, but now is gone. This key unlocks the gates of hell. Steady traveler, use it well.
Yeah, that'll be the key then to open that lock.
This is like a callback to those brave young men and their jaunty jalopies. You ever seen that movie? Because those outrageous young men, their flying machines.
No, that I remember.
There are these two crazy movies from the 60s which were all about, it was kind of like the Wacky Races, but a real-life version. Magnificent. Yeah.
Flying machines,
and it was like one of those movies, it was kind of like Wild, Wild, Wild World or whatever, like a Mad World, where all these people are chasing some crazy prize, but the cars in it always had things like that. I think that is a direct lift. Like one of the cars would have these hydraulic shocks that lifted up, or just crazy extending things.
Right.
Never heard of that. I heard of one of the movies, but I've not heard of the car one. I heard of the planes. Magnificent Men in Their Flying Machine. I will be right back. Okay, back. Sorry, I was grabbing my dinner.
It's the key to the gates of hell, I seem to recall.
What's unlocked?
With those monsters on the other side, I'm happy with this thing locked.
Okay.
Ooh, something has sucked the marrow out.
Do I only get 3 lots of bones? So darn, I do need 3 of them. Can I get a bone from the dam? Would that be easier? Okay, so I need to... Oh wait, got them all. Yes. There we go. Yes.
This outer gate is huge. I'll need Glottis to open it.
Manny, I don't know if I like driving over people.
They can't feel it, they're dead.
You're dead. I wouldn't want to drive over you.
That's because you and I, Glottis, are friends.
Aw, Manny. Hello? Miss Colomar! We're here to save you!
Hey, lay off the racket, the whole town's asleep.
But I want a drag race! When they get a load of my car, we're gonna be the talk of the town!
You're right. We're gonna have to find a good place to hide that road show. Speaking of hiding, I wonder if Mitch is here already. I'm gonna go see what I can stir up. Not a bad piece of real estate, actually. It's got potential.
Mm-hmm. Lotus is such a child. No idea where exactly this is. I mean, Indicacia or something. Pot dishes. Mm-hmm.
This guy looks familiar.
The character Celso is played by a really funny actor called Peter Lorre, and when he came into the studio on the first day, he had this real look of apprehension about him, and it turned out the word in Hollywood was that Grim Fandango was code name for Star Wars Episode 1 casting. So when he was coming in for the project, people were telling him, "You're going to be going in, and George Lucas is going to be there, and they're going to be flying you up to the ranch," and he was terribly disappointed when he walked in, and the only person in the studio was me.
That's got to be disappointing.
Mr. Flores, I'm ready to take you now.
Manny Calavera, is that you? Didn't you used to be taller?
I'm here to reclaim that walking stick.
I broke it over the head of some hideous monsters in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for a woman named Mercedes Colomar.
Well, no one's come through town by that name, and you can take it from me. I, too, am looking for someone, so I watch the comings and goings around here very carefully.
Who are you looking for?
Well, if you must know, it's about my wife. I got word that she passed away not long after I, and that she, too, was crossing the land of the dead on foot. It is said that all lost souls come to Rubacava, so I came here to wait for her.
Oh.
You must love her very much, Celso.
Yes, this is true. Of course, she also has all of my money.
Oh.
How do you know your wife hasn't gone ahead of you?
Oh, Manny. If she had arrived here first, surely she would have waited for me.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'll help you find your wife. What did she look like?
Oh, here. I got this from the DOD and made copies to hand out. Isn't she something?
She must have been beautiful with skin.
Weren't we all?
So, know a good place to stay in town?
What's your price range?
Somewhere around the high end of nothing.
Then maybe, young man, it's time you started thinking about a job.
Can you get me a job here?
Have any skills?
Sales?
Well, that does qualify you for a certain position, but we only have one mop. I'm sorry, Manuel. I've got to get this place ready to open.
Right. I'll let you know if I see your wife.
She'll be the one asking for her beloved Celso.
Okay. Well, let's see. Is there anything else to do here? No. Continue walking this way. No, can't keep walking that way. Can't walk that way. Anyways, down. Oh no, you go that way.
Ooh.
Oops. That wasn't smart.
Tourists. You gotta watch your step around here, stranger. Rubacava ain't the quaint little port town she used to be. Well, hell, looks like there's a new vessel in town. Pardon me whilst I go check her out.
Well, actually, it's mostly stock with a few mods here and there.
I really wanted to have this moment of Lasco bonding with Glottis, not like through the magic of cars and talking about engines and stuff. And cars bring people together, talking about engines.
Was
because I never had sports.
Internal combustion.
I never liked sports. I was not into the manly unifier of sports. But
me neither.
But cars you can talk about with the toughest of dudes.
That's true. That's
like,
true.
There was this one high-pitched whine it was making, really grating noise, you know? And I searched and searched, but I couldn't find the source of the noise until we pulled in here.
Was it the blower?
No, it was Manny screaming in the back like a cat tied to a cruise missile.
That's a good one.
Hola.
Hey, Manny, Doc Master Velasco here says he's got a place we can dry dock the bone wagon for a while.
Oh, yeah. We can't leave a beauty like this out in the fog, or her chrome will get pitted.
Pitted? Did you hear that, Manny?
You folks gonna stay in Rubacava for a spell?
Guess we're gonna have to.
We're here looking for a woman named Mercedes Colomar.
I'm not too good with names. Did she have any distinguishing marks or a tattoo?
Not that she showed me.
Well, like I said, I'm as good with names as you are with the fog.
I might be here a while. Is there any work in this town?
Well, there's lots of work down at the docks, but it's all union work. And I just don't see you in that union.
Mm-hmm. How do you get around here with all the mist?
When you've strolled these docks as long as I have, Pilgrim, you know where you are by the smell of the sea, by the sound of the lonely foghorn, by the icy touch of the cold, salty air.
Wow! Manny, could I have an eye patch?
Can I just ask, what is under the eye patch? Because I know it's not an eye.
Oh, well, when I was alive, I had an eye patch like this. This one's just for the phantom pain. And that one eye socket used to scream like a banshee when the trade winds blew, so I plugged her.
Hey, Manny! We were in the middle of a conversation here.
Hey, okay.
Right. Gotta go fall in again?
I think I'll wait for the fog to clear before I try exploring town again.
Anything else in Kelso?
Are you sure I can't sleep in the back?
There's only room for one.
It's Celso's wife. Actually, I don't think skin would help.
Yeah, it's the only two things I've got now is picture and scythe. Ah, there we go. These controls can be tricky.
Gladys, you gotta hide that car.
In a minute, Manny. I'm talking to Mr. Doc Master here.
You sure a woman named Mercedes Colomar never came through this town?
She might have. I don't know. I told you the first time, I'm no good with names.
The only thing you can do is pull out the photo. Using that.
Ever seen this woman?
Oh, if this is the woman you're looking for, take my advice. Forget about her. She sailed out of here weeks ago in a cozy portside cabin built for two. And she wasn't alone.
Uh-huh.
How do you know she sailed out of here? I don't believe it.
It's a tough break, Junior, but you gotta face it. Here, look it up in my port log if you want it in writing. 6 weeks ago on a Tuesday. Ticket for two, paid in full. I cracked the champagne on the bow myself.
Hey, Manny. We were in the middle of a conversation here.
Hey, okay.
Look, I know how you feel, son. Once I lost a very special lady myself. I waved to her from the docks as she sailed out of port, and I never saw her again.
What was her name?
The SS La Mancha was her name, but don't make me talk about her, because I just can't do it.
Well, it looks a bit better. There's an old school charm, I think, to this. Let's go give him the bad news.
Celso, your wife sailed out of here 2 months ago with another man. It's all in there.
Oh, Manny, is there a greater constant in nature than the treachery of women?
Forget about her, Celso.
Have you forgotten yours? I'm going after her. You take over my job here. This mop at least will never let you down. That compass in the handle will sure come in handy too.
It's a walking stick then. My word.
Hey, boss. You gonna come downstairs? I got a customer asking for you.
You know I don't like to mingle with the customers.
Well, you may want to mingle with this one. She sounds like your type.
Well, looks like a quiet night in old Rubacava.
Uh-huh.
And just the amount of research that went into all of this, because I just remember Tim going to every film noir movie ever, and we would just, all the time, there would be something to do, and he's like, want to go to the movies? And it was just, I mean, you can see it, the dark shadows, and then the music. I mean, everything is just so film noir and really pulls you in.
Yeah, I remember us all going to see Casablanca. And I think it was in the Castro Theater or something. It was one of those old San Francisco theaters. I forget which one it was, but it was the whole gang of us went. And
yeah, remember? Did you guys go to the Golden Gate Fields for the horse races? I know they weren't.
I wish.
That was part of it, because I think there were some scenes around that, and that was just fun. I mean, just the research trips.
Yeah,
those were fun.
Uh-huh. Okay, can I look and see anything? Nope. Go in then. Out and go.
Ah,
Le numéro
Lady Luck.
gagnant, le 31, noir, entre repas. 31, black. Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jeux s'il vous plaît. Ladies and gentlemen, please place your bets. Mesdames et messieurs, rien ne va plus. Les jeux sont faits. Ladies and gentlemen, betting is closed. No more bets, please.
So this is one of the parts in the game that was very inspired by Gilda. You ever seen Gilda?
Mm-mm.
I think Rita Hayworth.
No.
It's a great
Sounds
great
like I'm gonna
noir
go home and
movie.
see it now.
It's amazing, and it's the scene that you always see when they show Rita Hayworth, where she just flips her hair up and says, "Who, me?" So anyway, it's about it's set in a resort town where there's a casino, and the main character, there is the main character is working at a casino, and there is this kind of corrupt local law enforcement officer who shows up every night. And the way he gets paid off by the casino to not busted is that he always comes and bets on number 2 at a certain table, and then they always give him his money, and number 2 always wins and stuff. And so I think it's the same number in this game. We always use number 2.
23, red. Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jeux s'il vous plaît. Ladies and gentlemen, please place your bets.
Okay.
Ah, to sleep. Perchance to have nightmares about spiders and beavers.
When we leave the diner for the last time, there's a sort of a moment with the, just kind of a technical and sort of dramatic moment with the music where the music on the radio is playing, and there's going to be a little bit of a cut, and then you go to this cutscene music, which takes it's supposed to be sort of a seamless break from the game music to the cutscene music. And then the music kind of comes out of the radio, and doesn't sound like it's on a radio anymore. It's the music of people's, dreams and wishes.
that, and let's go down. There's Gladys.
I wish you would slide down the banister because we put a lot of effort into sliding down that banister. Come on, slide down the banister. I recommend any player who's in this room slide down the banister. It's much faster than walking.
Especially if you're 6 and you don't have terrible consequences when you hit the bottom.
You should not try that at home. Actually, kids, you should. You should go slide down the banister of your house right now.
Everybody's got to do it once.
Okay. There we go.
Hello, Manny.
Hola. Quiet night, huh, carnal?
Day of the Dead ain't good for business, Chief. But last night, remember last night, Manny? Oh, wait!
I don't know what we did last night.
What's that you're playing?
Oh, this is just a little, you know, love song for a special lady.
Sing a little bit of that song, why don't you?
Well, I only have this part. Bone wagon.
I like it. You think she'll come in tonight?
Who, my special lady?
No, Meche.
You know what, Manny? I think she will. I got a feeling tonight's the night.
In 1 year.
You know, when we leave, I'm actually gonna miss this place.
Aw, Manny, why can't we just stay here? We got our fancy club, we got 3 squares a day. Max lets me take the bone wagon out on his kitty track once a week. Plus, we look good in these clothes.
Gladys, I can't live in this world forever. It's not where I belong. I've gotta find Meche and help her. Because if it weren't for me, she'd have been on that train a year ago.
Okay, Manny.
Well, I'll let you get back to practicing.
I don't need to practice, man. I'm good.
Actually, I think it looks better like that, I think. That looks like the short guy we sent in the parcel post.
Mind if I sit down, Charlie?
Of course not, Manny. I mean, it is your club, right?
Right. So what are you doing in it? Didn't I tell you not to come back until you can pay your bar tab?
Oh, or they kicked me out of that cat track for printing fake betting stubs. So now I have to come here, Manny, which I love,
Uh-huh.
How did you print fake betting stubs?
With this. Isn't she beautiful? The last time I was incarcerated, I shared a cell with the most dishonest con man I ever met. He was strictly small time, and I managed to steal this from him quite easily.
Thanks. You never know when this may come in handy.
Hey, give that back to me, Manny.
Maybe once you settle your bar tab, eh, Charlie?
Oh, Manny.
Uh-huh.
What else can you counterfeit?
Nothing. Anything.
So can you make passports?
Manny, you still think like a living man in so many ways. No soul needs a passport. We are all citizens of the same nation, and our king rides a pale horse.
So no passports?
No, that little hologram is so tricky, you know?
That'd be death.
Death. He could murder a curry.
Chowchilla Charlie.
Oh, yes.
That name comes from an actual person I know who was from Chowchilla, which no one remembers anymore, but when I was a kid, an entire school bus full of children was kidnapped in the town Chowchilla. Do you remember that?
No.
California.
Wow.
A school bus full of kids was kidnapped, and the people demanded ransom. And it was crazy to think about. It was on the news. It was
Never heard of that.
Chowchilla. Everyone was talking about this kids, and eventually they were found and rescued, and I don't believe they were hurt. So I can talk about that story now.
Yeah.
And all the kids went home, but and then years later, a friend of ours was dating this guy named Charlie, and he was from Chowchilla, and I was like, oh wow, were you on the bus? He was like, no, I was sick that day. I was sick. I didn't go to school that day, and so I didn't get kidnapped.
Wow.
And we always referred to him as Chowchilla Charlie.
Wow.
And he's now in the game as Chowchilla Charlie, even though his personality is not as sleazy as this character. He was a fine, outstanding, although very lucky guy.
Yeah.
But this is our Peter Lorre character.
How about driver's licenses?
Sure. Just, give me a recent picture, $50 in, about 2 weeks, okay?
When I think of something I need, I'll come back.
I'm not a wishing well, Manny.
Why aren't you over at the roulette tables?
The roulette is for lonely widows and Frenchmen. Why don't you get some slot machines, Manny? Everybody, old women, little children, they all love slot machines.
I hate them.
And I have a system, an infallible system for beating them.
Probably shouldn't tell the guy opening it.
I'll think about it.
I can tell when you're just humoring me, you know?
Tell me your system, Charlie.
I can't tell you my secrets. Just this. You have to become one with the bandit, Manny. You have to get inside the machine and make it want to pay.
On second thought, stay away from my roulette tables. That's a nice suit. Where'd you steal it?
Manny, if you learn to play the odds like Chowchilla Charlie, then maybe you too can have a suit this fine someday.
You got a white tux, that's better.
I think slot machines attract an undesirable element.
Oh, well, we're all undesirable, Manny.
Yeah, but your credit's no good to boot. All my friends are lonely widows and Frenchmen.
Except me, Manny. I'm here to keep you sane.
Well, I've got a club to run, so...
Oh, yes. Please, Manny. Get on with your glamorous life.
Le numéro gagnant, le 17, noir, Impere Monk. 17, black.
Oh wow, I forgot about that mural. That was supposed to be
that's really good.
Oh well, thank you. I did that. Did you? No, I did, but it was based on like a Gustav Klimt.
Gustav Klimt, yeah.
But then I also did those really bad textures on the roulette wheels.
Oh, they're fine.
Oh, no, but I remember Adam Schnitzer actually getting angry at me. He was like, "Don't paint light in the paintings."
Who got angry with you?
Oh, not really angry. I mean, he only hit
You probably
me.
felt the same way as when Tim said, "Man, he's not cool enough." Just make it cool, Canadian. Animator.
What's that about?
That's not so not cool.
Gentlemen, please place your bets. Mesdames et messieurs, les jeux sont faits.
Some people say you should always walk away from the table when you're on a winning streak.
Oh, yes, but I'm feeling extra lucky tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, betting is closed. No more bets, please.
An honest roulette croupier is hard to find, and guys like this, even harder. Everything okay down here?
I'm going to need some more chips if Monsieur Lucky does not call it a night soon.
I just want to have a really international flair. I guess because Casablanca was very international. But also I love the game Last Express, the Jordan Mechner game. Last Express, you're on a train, and there's a lot of listening to conversations that are not presented at full volume because you're eavesdropping. You're walking down the hallway and you hear someone talking in a room, but they'll often be very quiet, but often sometimes in another language, like French or German or something. And just the idea of like overhearing a quietly spoken French conversation was so neat in that game that we tried to have people talking in other languages and like that. The croupier in the gambling room speaking French, I believe.
Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jeux, s'il vous
Not
plaît.
while they're losing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please place your bets.
Okay. So.
Ah, Amarillo de Oro. A very fine liqueur filled with solid gold flakes. Nothing but the best for my customers. My rich customers.
I remember animating Manny sliding down the banister. And I remember Tim kept calling for something. He's got to look cool.
Yes, I better take this
And
with
so
me.
I did that,
This ain't
and I don't
creepy.
think he was ever really happy with it. So I don't know. Apparently don't know what cool means.
You gotta put some Ray-Bans on him.
Yeah. I mean, Manny's a suave guy, but I don't know if suave guys slide down banisters. Maybe I should have done it slower.
There's nothing else here, so I guess up here. Do something about the losing. This.
My wartime communications from Salvador. He's been sending me messages like this for the last year.
Agent Calavera, I have word that you arrived in Rubalcaba safely. This is great news, as your service to the LSA may now continue. I am pleased to report the successful hatching of the eggs you liberated. The hatchlings, which Eva has named Manny and Meche, are quite healthy and eager to serve our cause. With luck, my next letter will be borne to you across the sky by these young gossamer wings of truth. For the revolution, Salvador Limones.
I'm not done reading it yet, but maybe later.
Okay. See if we can break this winning streak.
Le numéro gagnant, le vin, noir, Peripas, 20, black. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, rien ne va plus. Les jeux sont faits. Ladies and gentlemen, betting is closed. No more bets, please. Le numéro gagnant, le 26, noir, Peripas, 26, black. Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jeux s'il vous plaît. Ladies and gentlemen, please place your bets. Mesdames et messieurs, rien ne va plus. Les jeux sont faits. Ladies and gentlemen, betting is closed. No more bets, please.
Look out below.
Le numéro gagnant, le 9, rouge, Impere manque. 9, red.
This is an outrage. I bet on number 2. Why didn't it come up number 2?
Ah, monsieur, je suis vraiment désolé. I do not pick the winners. These things are all controlled by the man upstairs.
Well, please tell the man upstairs that Police Chief Bogan was very upset when he left. And when he returns later this evening, he would prefer to have better luck.
Oui, monsieur. Bonsoir. I will definitely tell him. Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jeux, s'il vous plaît. Ladies and gentlemen, please place your bets.
Maybe I was supposed to keep him happy then.
So these is like scenes are from the production of the game in a way where Leslie would come to me like, look what I made. I made a chart of every single scene in the game, plus every single actor, and I coded it. Yellow means Manny's in it, and blue means this prop is in it. And she's so excited about these things that she did. And this character is doing the exact thing.
Yep.
You have to take things from your life and put them in your work, you know. Even though they don't read anything to anybody else.
Well, that just means work will be about life rather than life being about work, right?
Exactly.
Looks like Lupe's been in the sugar again. Evening, Lupe.
Hi, Manny. I have to tell you about my new organizational system for the coats.
Think she'll come in tonight?
Manny, you ask me that every night. What am I supposed to say?
You're supposed to say, yes, I think tonight's the night.
Yes, I think tonight's the night. That you finally go nuts from waiting for the grand entrance of Ms. Mercedes Colomar.
Let's try that again, shall we? Think she'll come in tonight?
Yes, I think tonight's definitely the night.
Thank you. It's my fault she's out in the woods alone, you know.
If you say so, Manny.
Bogan looked mad when he left?
Yeah, what happened?
Hey, we all run out of luck eventually.
Careful, Manny, or you're gonna get us shut down.
How's the flow tonight?
We're dead tonight, Manny. Everybody's back home for the Day of the Dead, I guess. Except for the casino. The casino's hopping. Why is it that all the people who don't go home are the same people who just love to gamble?
Well, I guess when you've got nothing to go home to, you've got nothing to lose.
Hey, we should put that over the door.
Everything okay back in the land of fur and fedoras?
Everything's in order. It's beautiful. I can't wait for people to come in and try the new system. It's so cool. Want to hear about it?
Okay, tell me all the details about your new code check system.
Yay! Okay, I found all these plastic tiles in the back, left over from the automat, and guess what? They all have numbers on them. So what I'm doing is, I give one to everyone who checks a code in and... Manny, you're not even listening to me. I go to all this work organizing your coats, and you don't even care.
Lupe.
Forget it. Don't pretend to care.
No, I want to hear.
Hup. Oh, I'll tell someone else about it. Someone who cares.
Please, tell me all about your new code check system, really.
Don't patronize me, Cal.
Okay, back to work.
Okay.
Okay. You gotta slide down, it seems.
Everything okay down here?
What happened to Monsieur Bogan's lucky streak?
It ran out.
Well, so did he. Le numéro gagnant, le 11, noir, impéré manque, 11, black.
Not while they're losing.
Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jeux, s'il vous plaît. Ladies and gentlemen, please place your bets.
Okay, and let's head up and try and see what we can find. Lupe says there's somebody we're supposed to see, so... Yeah.
Meche?
Manny, help me. I've been lost for so long. Why didn't you look for me?
I did. You ran off. Why?
Because you said I was no good. I've been all alone in the world for a whole year. And it's all because of you!
The hell? Grabber. Lambada. Back in the drink again.
This gonna be an annual thing with you, Manny? Every Day of the Dead, you toss your bones into the drink and I fish 'em out?
I don't plan to be around that long, Velasco. As soon as I find out where that ocean liner's going, I'm after it.
Ho ho! That ship's going to Puerto Zapato. That's the other side of the world. Ain't no ships going out that way but the old limbo here, but...
But nothing. If the limbo's my only hope, then I'm already on board.
Well, good luck, son. That's all I got to say.
That's Kay Cuter, and Kay was, I don't know, late 70s, early 80s, and he had a big, long, gray beard.
Yeah.
And he was a raging smoker.
Oh,
and so
yeah.
you'd have to break him every 45 minutes,
Oh,
otherwise he'd start getting into a really bad mood. And on one of those sessions, we were doing. He plays the croupier later on, where he speaks French and English. And it's just he delivers the numbers. We were behind on time, and so I sort of pushed him to an hour. And all of a sudden, I found myself in an argument with Kay over how to pronounce 20 in French. And so I was like, it's definitely time for a smoke break on.
Yeah,
You gotta get out of here.
Il y a 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 13. Je parle en français.
All right, so I'm ready to sail.
On what?
On the Limbo, man. Let's go.
Manny, the Limbo's not a passenger ship. She's small cargo, son. And every hand on board works.
I'll work.
What are your skills?
Sales and restaurant management.
Oh, hey, there is one opening on the Limbo's crew.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's in the engine room. And your buddy Glottis would be perfect for it, but he'd have to get his own tools.
Okay, if I get Glottis some tools, can we board?
He can, yes. No offense, Manny, but there's just no place for you aboard the Limbo. She's fully manned already. In fact, her whole crew's on board, ready to sail at dawn. Except for that one guy.
Who's the one guy who hasn't boarded yet?
Yeah, well, Seaman Naranja's a little late, but he'll be here before they sail.
Seaman Naranja. En español, se hablo naranja.
What job did Naranja have?
He ran the galley.
Aha! Restaurant management.
Yeah, it's similar to what you're doing now. Except the fish is fresher on the Limbo.
Ooh.
What if Naranja doesn't show up? I can fill his spot, right?
Manny, you're not even in the Maritime Union.
I know that, and you know that, but we're two guys who can keep secrets, right?
Glottis is exempt, but the captain will ask for your card. And if you don't have one, they'll serve you to the sharks like chum. And what's worse, I'll get fined. That's a tough union, boy, and I don't mess with them.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. If I get Glottis some tools,
then I can get him a job on the Limbo.
And if Seaman Naranja doesn't show up for work,
but he will,
and I get a Maritime Union card,
which you'll never get,
then I can sail on the Limbo in the morning.
Jeez. I guess so.
What kind of tools does Glottis need?
Authentic CB equipment only.
Where do I get authentic CB equipment?
Why don't you ask a CB? Afraid of getting stung?
Where do you think Naranja is?
Probably home selecting recipes for the trip.
What's going on in that bottle? A tugboat?
This happens to be a perfect scale replica of the SS Lumbago. I'm just having a little trouble getting the walking beam to fit in the neck here.
That's funny, because a lumbago is usually more of a problem in the lower back than the neck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'd better go finish packing.
Aye, you do that, son.
It's locked.
I know, I locked it.
Not a bad little ship in a bottle you got going there.
Yeah, well, there's that Rubikava craft fair next week in Oso.
Okay. We are now in the town. It's this way first. Let's work our way clockwise.
This gate only leads up to the Lambada dock, and the Lambada's gone. I've got the lumps to prove it. That's the folding bridge that connects this pier to the base of the cat track.
Cat track, eh?
And flea balls cure.
What on earth is that?
Wow, somebody really liked this cat. Wow, somebody really liked... I don't need one of those. Beloved Sandspoof, this regal and majestic feline was a record holder for speed and a favorite of the crowds here in Rubacava for many years, until her career was suddenly and tragically cut short on the second week of the racing season, when the airship Olivia 1, on its maiden voyage, crashed onto the track mid-race and exploded. Many bereaved fans testified later that before the blimp hit, Sandspoof was in the lead. Fuchi, that smell is peor que la muerte. It says revolutionary design leaves can edges safe and smooth for Kitty.
Actually, let's work on what's that?
Calavera, it is indeed a great day for the revolution. Say hola to little Manny, the first enlisted messenger to serve the LSA. Please feed him some breadcrumbs and send him back quickly, so we may know that our maiden flight was a success.
What's that?
Me and this ticket printer, we're gonna make a mint.
Okay.
Great. Now it smells like a giant cat litter box and some sort of gelatinous demon mystery meat product in here.
It's strange, the characters in this game don't like to go into crowded areas, almost as if it's too hard to render them.
Ugh, I'm not sure what I hate more, crowds or cats, but I'm definitely not going near either one today.
Tuesday is Kitty Hat Day.
Hey! Looks like a great night for cat races.
You hear the cats racing? We were always so sad that we never showed the cat races, but that was for budget reasons. Obviously, we didn't want to cut the actual cats, but I wanted to have giant cats running on a track like that.
And the idea of a cat's racing being herdable enough to race is pretty... Why cats?
Why cats? There was a... God, I don't remember. Why cats? That's a good idea.
I mean, I just remember making the music going, wow, wow, at some point, because you're near the kitty litter.
Okay, what's that look like? Doesn't look any different.
Nobody there. Anybody there?
For your own
Look,
safety.
I told you, we don't have any kitty hats today.
What?
You have to wait until Tuesday. That's kitty hat day.
I don't want a kitty hat.
Fine with me. What's your bet then?
I don't gamble. It's a conflict of interest for me.
Then why did you call me down here?
For the friendly conversation.
Post time, no more bets.
You know, there's like background scripts that do things as you enter a room. It's like it's, you know, start all these scripts when you enter the room, like that do all these background actions. Then when you leave the room, it's just to stop all those scripts. And it was all, you know, left to chance because, you know, left to programmer error. And there was one. So we were talking about this earlier. There's a script that runs the cat races, and it runs the announcer for the cat races. And it actually, true to Tim's attention to detail, he wanted it to actually simulate cat races. And
there
actually,
are actual cat races going on.
There are cats that are being raced, and the same name will show up, and you'll hear this cat getting ahead of the other one. I think Chris Purvis did that.
Yeah, and the odds are real. The winnings are real. It is.
Yeah, Manny's wallet fills up, and of course the cat races are running, and so it's in the background. The announcer's running, and it's the simulation of these cat races being run. And yeah, they never killed that script, so you play the rest of the game from the cat scene, and the cat race simulator script is always running.
Yes, from the moment the cat races start, to the end credits of the game.
To the end of time.
The cat race simulation is going on in the background.
There are still kitties racing today.
Yes.
Old Maid's Madness, Desdemona, Prince Winky Taka, Twinkle Toes, One Life Left, Cat Waddy's Womp Up.
Go up again.
And we're off, in the lead, right out of the gate.
Right, let's try going up then. Looks...
Well, Manny Calavera, you never come up here to see me anymore.
Well, I thought you could use the company with everybody gone for the Day of the Dead.
In that case, Manny, why don't you stick around until 6? That's when I get off.
Oh.
A lot of paperwork.
A lot of passengers. Everybody's back home but you and me. Hey, official document.
It's a metal detector.
Oh, that explains why it never gets my hair dry.
Busy night?
Hardly. Everybody's gone home for the holiday already. This place is dead, and I'm bored, Manny. Bored.
Okay.
What's the shuttle waiting for?
They're just cleaning it, but they're very thorough. We run a tight ship here, you know.
Can I try out your metal detector?
What's your sudden interest in metal detectors, Manny?
I think it would look cool on my utility belt.
Well, I'll show it to you when I'm on break. How's that?
When's your break?
Dawn.
Oh, that's too late. I'm shipping out tonight.
Yeah, right. I've fallen for that line too many times.
I think it's time for your break. We could slip in the back for a little drink. You can tell me all about your job, the danger, the metal detectors.
That back room's all business, Manny. And so am I.
Okay.
What kind of business goes on back there, Carla?
Strip searches. And you don't qualify.
Why don't I qualify for a strip search?
Manny, I agree it would help pass the time, but we have procedures and rules here. And you never know when they're watching. I can only strip search people when a regular search turns up nothing.
Hey, it's worth a try.
Ooh, I love this part. Sir, if you will, please place all of your belongings on the security desk. Oh, you're clean. Rats, Manny, I almost got to strip search you.
Okay.
Sir, if you will, please place all of your belongings on the security desk.
I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to be doing, but yeah.
Oh, you're clean. Rats, Manny, I almost got to strip search you.
When did you put in a floor safe?
That's our new contained detonation chamber in case someone tries to come through here with a bomb.
Since when does Rubacaba have a terrorism problem?
This town's changing, Manny. It's getting tougher every day.
What was the rest of the conversation we were at anyway?
Why don't you come by the club anymore?
Well, to tell you the truth, Manny, it's your little coat check girl. All that bubbly energy, I just want to strangle her.
I've tried that. It doesn't stop her. So, is it time for your break yet?
I told you not till dawn. Kind of romantic, though, don't you think?
Her character's a little bit inspired by, I think it's Big Sleep too, where Bogart is hiding from someone. He needs to hide in a bookstore,
Right.
And he goes in there, and there's a woman in there, and she's really into him.
You have the Ben-Hur 1863 edition, the one with the errata on page 47 or something.
Wow, that is a memory. Yeah.
Well.
And it's just really, he looks at her, and he's like, she seems like she's really attracted to him, if I remember correctly. And he like takes off her glasses and is like, yeah, okay. Like, it was really kind of messed up scene. But
well, it's that you know, that was the subtext of the noir film.
And then he pulls the shades.
Hanky panky.
Yeah, the hanky panky. Yeah, they lock the door and pull down the shades. And that's a little bit what this scene is all a reference to or inspired by.
Because she's telling him her story.
Okay.
Speaking of database, I mean, that was really how we accomplished so much, right? Is from an organizational standpoint of the music, of the sound effects, and of the voice. And I remember, especially for voice, how critical it was. And what we in the sound department would do is inherit and share the use of the database with the voice department. And you could do a search and isolate all the lines for, say, Manny, or isolate all the lines that needed to have reverb baked into them, or another type of processing. And then you would just divide and conquer and just master everything in groups and bring it all together, have a single reference for volume, and use the database to keep organized and isolate different found sets of different criteria.
Okay.
I'm a strong believer in things that should be, when you're making stuff, it should be something that could only been made by you or in that group of people, and at the time you made it in the place you made it.
Yes.
You know? I think Grimm is definitely that case. Like, that's one of the great things about Grimm. I think it's a collection of amazing artists like you and the visual artists and the programmers and the actors, and everything that came together for that game was just such a was almost an overwhelming distraction of amazing artists coming together. Like oh my God, look at that background. Oh my God, listen to this music. Oh my God, listen to that voice. So I just I think it makes that game really special. But it also has a lot of personal details that are just kind of woven into it that makes it so, like, even if we were making this game from scratch with the same intentions today, it would just be completely different.
What on earth is that?
I know that statue's supposed to mean something about justice, but I don't know.
I don't know why there's so much union jokery in games that I've worked on, but I've always found it, maybe because it was a big part of, like, movies that air, like, on the waterfront. You know, and not so much unions, but mobster corrupt unions.
Right.
There's always a big part of that, you know, going on. And then also, like, anti-worker, communist themes going on. Like, it was all tied together. And I don't know if that all sprung out of On the Waterfront or other movies.
Well, On the Waterfront, though, was kind of, I mean, it was sort of championing the plight of the working man, but it also was talking about the dark side of the union thing, for sure.
But it was a corrupt union. It was a mob-run deal.
That's true.
Go up, I guess.
Reward offered for cargo stolen from shipyard receiving area, including a large suitcase bearing the initials HL. I think I can remember that.
I remember one time showing Pete something. He said, well, I don't like it, but I don't know why. And which is the most helpful criticism that you can ever get, because you don't know how to fix the thing. But I'm being facetious.
Yes, down here.
Late night at the morgue, isn't it, Membrio?
You know I can't sleep with John Doe's on the slab, Manny. If I don't ID these rose gardens tonight, I won't be ready for the two that come in tomorrow. And before you know it, I'm up to my ass in azaleas.
Oh.
Oh, membrillo. My brother actually makes membrillo, which is a quince jelly that you eat with cheese.
Yeah.
Membrillo means quince. Well,
Sure doesn't sound like it.
Membrillo.
Oh, membrillo. That's different.
Yeah. What do you think I said?
What a sad story. These stews sprouted and no one came down to claim them? Death makes sad stories of us all. How's business? Booming, unfortunately. More crime every day. And more sproutings like these. Something's happening back in Elmaro, I think. And its dark hand is finally reaching us here in Rubacava. What exactly are you looking for? I'm digging for a treasure that part of me does not wish to find. For when I uncover that sad doubloon that tells me who this poor soul is, my reward is not riches, but the chance to make a phone call and break somebody's heart. Of course, with this equipment, the search could go on for some time. Can I help? Sure. Grab hold of this leaf right here. Manny? I can't do it. I know. I was just testing. How do you do this job? Without becoming jaded, you mean? My secret to happiness, Manuel, is that I have the heart of a 12-year-old boy. I keep it over here in a jar. Would you like to see it? No. Sorry. Old coroner joke. Do you ever worry that your job is getting to you, Membrillo? Well, forensic botany is a trying job, Manny. But have you ever spent much time here with a florist? In life, they became florists because they love flowers. But here, a flower is a symbol of pain, of death within death. Their conflicted feelings build and build, and eventually, they become quite mad. Thanks for the tip. I guess I'll send balloon bouquets from now on. And Brio, why do you stay in town? Why don't you head off toward the Ninth Underworld? Manny, you can only search for something for so many years before you stop believing in it altogether. You don't believe in the Ninth Underworld? Why do you think we're all here in Rubacava? Because you're waiting to earn off your time or you can't afford passage or... Manny, we've given up. All of us. When you've been here long enough, you will too. Well, don't let me bother you. Always nice to have visitors.
Okay.
Any leads? I know it's a poor coroner who blames his tools, Manny. But how am I supposed to turn up anything with the equipment they give me? Hey, I had a government job for years, man. I know how you feel.
Guess that's what I need the metal detector for. Oh, this way.
I remember at the time it was a big debate, like, should we require P100 or P133, like penny 100, penny 133? It's like, nope, your target platform is whatever was on sale at CompUSA for $500 last year.
It's like a P70.
Yeah, it's like, P60 I think is what we ended up with as the minimum spec. We ended up going for P90 at the end, but it was one of the things where it's like those kind of constraints where it's like you really could pull it off with all the kinds of machines we had in the company, but the average consumer who we wanted to sell the game to did not have a machine like that. So that's one of the vagaries of the PC market that still persists, you know.
Yeah, and you wouldn't, when you think about Grimm, you wouldn't necessarily think, but there's like all hand-coded assembly rasterizers in here. There's hand-coded assembly blitters in here. Lots of like layout asset management. This was a tricky game to optimize and to get running acceptably on the kind of machines that people were going to be running it on. But it doesn't come off like the same technical challenge as a Jedi Knight or
Yeah.
Something like that. And it wasn't.
Full
I
3D.
mean, it
It's
was,
different kind of technical challenge. Much more kind of interdisciplinary.
It was really getting all this weird stuff happening at the same time.
That is kind of max. You know, run a little heavy on this system right now. Go up first. Let's see this. Oh, that's my cafe. Okay. All I've gone is actually going back to my place. Okay.
I think we're going to come up to Garv's set that I destroyed. That I destroyed 2 weeks of Garov's work by trying to learn how to 3D model, and somehow I ended up erasing 2 weeks of his work. Because it was the fish place that you had to redo.
Oh yeah, the elevator.
Yeah, the elevator and that place with the fish.
Okay. To the left, where does that take me? It's right back to by the docks. Okay, so I've gone on a big loop.
We definitely should give a huge shout out to Peter Chan, and yeah, I'm still jealous of that guy.
Chan the man.
I know. Just when those packages would come, it would just be like Christmas, and you'd open, yeah, you'd see those, and you just think, oh man, and he's a nice guy too. You know,
the weird
happy
thing about
family.
that was I never experienced like the delivery of the package firsthand, but I still got excited about it.
No, they're beautiful, and he's such a sweetheart.
Okay, let's go in here.
And I'm sorry, Garv. This is the set that you had to build
this
twice.
This is Garov's, right?
Yeah, this is the one.
This was the gift that kept
and it's
on
actually
giving.
very beautiful, I might add.
Yes. Well, a second time is...
Yeah, the second time.
But I'm sorry, you were saying that was a real building.
Yeah.
Where? Was that in Spain?
I think it's in Paris, I think. And I remember seeing a photo of it and being like, wait, Peter.
Good artist borrow, great artist steal.
This again.
Blue Casket. Just doesn't have the zing of Calavera Cafe, you know? Lola? What are you doing here? This crowd doesn't go much for souvenir pictures, except maybe of Lenin.
Shh! Manny, I'm on a stakeout. I'm gonna prove to Maximino once and for all that Olivia's no good for him.
Still hung up on Max, eh? Take my advice, Angel. Forget about him. He's a gambling racketeer.
Like you.
Oh, that hurts, baby.
Hey, shh! Here they come.
Come on, sugar. How about a kiss for the road?
Oh, ick. Don't let me down, Nick. You're a lawyer. You're not supposed to have feelings.
I don't, but I know a good tart when I see one.
Hey! If Maximino sees that, we're going to end up in matching terracotta pots.
Don't be silly. He wouldn't hurt me. He loves me. Manny, at last we're alone. Tell me, how are the bourgeoisie?
Fine. How's Max?
Oh, Gramps, don't start.
What are you doing with a snake like Nick?
I'd lay it on you, Manny, but I don't think you'd get it.
Messing around with your boyfriend's lawyer is pretty dangerous.
Oh, maybe I was wrong. You do get it.
I'm a little worried about Lola.
That's because she's doomed, Manny. She fell in love with Maximino. That's the one mistake I never made.
You think Nick would hurt her?
Only if he finds her, and take it from me. He's not good at finding things.
Oh.
Open mic night seems like a big hit.
It always takes those timid souls a while to get up the nerve.
Maybe it would help if you went up there and started things rolling.
Oh, Manny, read poetry in my own club? That would be like this whole place was just a big temple set up to worship me.
Oh, come.
Okay. Alive. We slept. Life's just some rapid eye movement. In a warm, cozy bed. Buried. We wake. The flesh dream is over, Daddy. Now that we're all crazy dead.
That was great.
Yeah, but that's the last one.
Little dark in here, don't you think?
Dark and cold, like the hearts of men.
You know, I'm thinking of buying this place.
Really? I thought about buying yours for a while, but then I just decided to ask my boyfriend Max to buy it for me.
You can have it. I'm leaving town.
Manny, you sound so exciting all of a sudden. Why are you leaving town?
I'm chasing a woman I met once and can't forget.
Well, I have a poem I wrote just for you. Pay attention because it's pretty short. Here it goes. Ch ah ah
Well, catch you later, hip chick.
Keep practicing that lingo, man. You'll get it.
Just a dab will drop you. Hey, man, you didn't see me put the secret ingredient in these coffin shooters, did you?
Relax. Olivia stole the recipe from me in the first place.
Yeah, she steals from the rich and gives to me to poor.
Grab anything and everything that's
not portable. Nothing in the dishwasher. Dirty plates can stay put. I'm not gonna drink dirty hookah water, and I can't carry it with my bare hands.
I got that. Got the can opener. Message. Goldschlager. The printer thing. That's it. Okay.
I don't really need a bunch of cleaning supplies.
In the final version of the game, are the backgrounds actually just pre-rendered flats?
Yes, they are.
See, that's amazing to me because, you know, we live in the world of 3D now. We're used to floating the camera around inside of these things. But, you know, once you chose your camera angle to pre-render something, that was it. There you go.
No, it's Manny walking around in a blank 3D room with Z-depth data to clip him in front of the stuff that he needs to clip in front of.
Okay, got all I need there.
Oh.
But don't you see? When the government fades away, so will our troubles.
Ah, nonsense. We will always need some armed force to fight off the return of capitalism.
That sort of fascist thinking is as dead as you are, comrade. When we get rid of all the guns, that's when people will begin to self-police, and the public opinion alone will keep them from committing crimes.
Hola, trust funders.
Hey, look who's making the scene. It's Manny Calavera, the up, the down, the backside of the nouveau riche. Beat it, dinner jacket.
We're talking about things you wouldn't understand, like truth and beauty.
Uh-huh.
Crazy. Crazy. Strong stuff. That ought to kill the pain.
I saw something when it was back here, so... Okay, there was the track then.
These bees don't seem too busy. Cold one, huh, Terry?
Yeah, it's always cold when you're unemployed, Manny.
Who's unemployed? Aren't you guys in the union?
The union? They don't look after us little guys. They're run by the coppers. And you of all people should know, Manny, that the cops are in bed with the gambling joints.
Okay.
Hey, I run an honest joint. We ain't in bed with nobody.
What about the protection money?
We pay every week. On the nose, through the nose, like an honest place should.
See what I mean? This town is just a big conga line of hustlers, all laughing and dancing and scratching each other's backs.
Why aren't you guys up there working?
You don't know the deal down here on the docks, do you, Manny? If you want to get the jobs, you have to pay the unions extra dues. And that ain't cheap. We don't pay, and so they put us on barrel duty.
Why don't you just pay the union off then?
We got our pride, Manny. We're straight stingers, you know? Not to mention we just don't have any cash to spare now that we're not working. I mean, it's like a problem where, the solution makes the problem, worse.
Like a catch-22?
Yeah, wow. I wish I knew boys like that.
You bees are being exploited. You should do something about it.
Yeah, what can we do? We're just a handful of unorganized drones. We don't know nothing about nothing except just how to take it on the chin.
Since you're not using your tools, think I could borrow them?
Well, we sold them to feed our families.
Then how are you ever gonna work?
I told you things were messed up down here, Manny. I told you.
If the cops own the union, and gambling's in bed with the cops...
Yeah, and then who really runs the gambling, right? Well, no offense, but Maximino is really the big boy in town, obviously. But word is, he gets his orders from some hardcore gangsters in El Mero. Yeah, that fancy cat track is really just a big laundromat, if you get my drift.
Hey, can I borrow one of your union cards?
What, are you kidding? You know how much I had to pay Chow Chilla Charlie to get mine?
You guys know a seaman, Naranja?
Nah, CBs and sailors don't mix.
But you're in the same union.
Well, maybe so, but some traditions are sacred there, Manny.
I think you're just a bunch of complainers.
You don't know what it's like, man. Every day we come down here, we try and make an honest living. We find out that you gotta be a crooked bee to win down here. He knocks the pollen out of you, man. He makes you weak.
If the union is crooked, why don't you register a complaint?
That's a good one, Manny. Did you hear that, guys? He thinks we should register a complaint.
You bees gotta be strong.
Things just aren't the way they should be down here, Manny. It's like the worker bees. They do all the work, but we can't affect it's like the way that things are produced should be controlled by, we should, forget it. I'm just a dumb, hungry, out-of-work bee.
That's Raphael Sparge, who he was actually the main character in Knights of the Old Republic in the original game. But Raphael was a big on-camera guy and hadn't really done a lot of voiceover. And there's a scene later on where he's addressing all of the workers, And the thing about Raphael was that he physically performs when he's in the studio.
Oh, right.
And so as he was addressing the field, he kept on going off mic. And so the engineers were like, oh, we got to keep him on mic. And so I said, I said, hey, Raphael, can you stay on mic? He's like, oh, really sorry, really sorry. We re-rolled, and all of a sudden his energy just went
oh, interesting,
down, and so it just wasn't working the same way. So
Yeah.
we pulled out another 2 mics and put him out.
Oh,
so
that's
that, so
great.
that he could then go, you are the fat cats of industry, and he could kind of move his head, and we
Yeah.
still caught it. And so then we just cut around the 3 tracks to get the final
that's
take.
so crazy.
Yeah, but he's a great actor.
And I guess lighthouse. Looks no different at all.
It's locked. It's locked.
Okay. Head back towards the cat track. Okay, so we went down this way, went all the way around, came out this way, and then here's this. That takes us back to there. Okay. Is there any Union cards off Charlie? So let's go back up to Charlie.
Manny? Can you make reasonable union cards?
Manny, are you going to start moonlighting, or are you just looking to hang out with the sailors?
Can you do it or not?
I have a deal for you. If you can retrieve my money from Maximino, I can make you president of that crooked union.
I don't need to be president. And why does Max have your money?
I put a whole suitcase of it up for collateral on a rather large wager last month. The race was fixed, Manny. They stole my money like common thieves. Here, take this VIP pass and use it to get into the High Rollers Lounge. They won't let me in there anymore. There should be a safe somewhere in the wine cellar, and my suitcase should be in it.
And you can get me a card tonight.
If you make it back, Manny, the card will be on the table.
Le numéro gagnant, le 26. Noir, Peripas, 26. Black.
Not while they're losing.
Manny's music, the Casino Calavera music, is that was a big moment for me doing the score because it was done fairly early on, and it kind of it determined a lot of other stuff, just sort of stylistically. Get that sort of Gene Krupa thing going on in the beginning. And,
Gene Krupa.
Yeah, one of the great drummers of all time.
Okay, back up. Let's see what she's got to say.
Evening, Lupe.
Hi, Manny. I have a note for you from Lola.
Lola?
Yes, Now, where is it? Where? Oh, here. No, wait. Dang. I have a whole new system for messages. Just let me... Here. No, wait. Ah, be quiet. Here it is. Wait a second. It's empty. There was something inside. It felt like a key.
A key?
Yes! Did somebody come back here and snake the key while I was sorting the codes? Who would do that? They messed up my whole system!
Okay, so I got a high rollers card. What was it for? No, that's not it. Special features, dialogue transcript. The High Rollers Lounge at the cat track. Hey. Let's make our way back.
It's bolted down. Lola, where are you?
I need to find Lola. Where the car was. That's a fast thing. Which way was it to the track? It was this way, wasn't it? Wait, along here.
There it is. Max's giant cat racetrack. How's a regular guy with 3 roulette tables supposed to compete with that?
Oh, what's this?
To some extent, Grim Fandango is a bit of a mutt. It's got pieces of Jedi Knight, it's got pieces of Scum, it's got pieces of Outlaws, it's got pieces of, it's got IMUS coming in, and it's got the Lua language. So it was a game kind of made on a shoot, for all the technical challenges in it. A lot of pieces were sort of pre-existing, and kind of it was a matter of maybe a new era of game development where you don't write everything from scratch, but you kind of put it together in the best possible way.
Well, and one of the side effects of that was, since we had pretty robust solutions to video playback and rendering and art pipes in front of us, it really, a lot of the effort, aside from just making everything, all the blocking and tackling working, was spent on how to making games like this convenient and producible and artist friendly. And you had built some tools that were really unlike the things that appeared in RenderDroid or Smush or some of the technologies it was built on. So it's a bit of a mutt in that we borrowed a bunch of really great technology, but there's also a lot of really innovative stuff.
Looks like it hurts.
I love how all the characters have very distinct voices that match their personality and their look. Like, how much would Tim give you direction, and how much was your direction influencing?
Well, like ideally, when you go through the process, you you have character pictures along with the audition copy, and we would send that out to the various agencies, and the auditions would come back, and I mean, it kind of, the process kind of does that for you, because you're listening to the auditions and you're looking at the picture, and you narrow it down to, like, a handful of candidates, and then sort of we'd sit down with Tim and just go through them, and that's, sometimes there's only one choice, you just know it.
Right. It's just so great.
Yeah.
All of them.
What you do is you cast for, like, the major characters, and then you use that same talent pool with a lot of the smaller characters, and so that's why Kay is, he was cast for Velasco, but then the croupier just was one of those that's like, okay, well, that fits, he works.
So you let the actors pretty much kind of come up with their character as well when they look at the picture?
Yeah. Definitely, like, for those secondary characters, they're totally undefined when you're in the studio, and so you just kind of sit there, look at the picture, look at the lines, talk about it, just dial a voice in, and then go.
Yeah, just create. I love it. It's just creative everywhere, like through the whole thing. Like, not just with us, but even with the actors and stuff like that. And you really are like watching a movie. Yeah, it's amazing.
Absolutely. And you really want that relationship between sort of the voiceover director and the actor to be collaborative, and allow them the freedom to bring stuff to the table and try things, and it just adds a lot.
Hello, operator? Yeah, it's me, baby. How'd you know? Hey, don't say that, sweetheart. You know I meant to stop by and... I'm more happy about leaving town every minute.
Not now, Manny. I'm in the middle of something with Naranja here.
Looks like it hurts.
And so that guy, Toto Santos, which is the name of All Souls Day, that was one important casting thing that meant so much at the time. And I love The Usual Suspects.
Yes.
And there's a burn victim in the very beginning of the game, a guy who was burned on the ship.
Right.
And he's in the bed, and he's the first guy who says, "Guys are so safe."
Okay, right.
Is this Hungarian or Polish?
Yeah, yeah.
And we got that actor to do Toto Santos' voice, because I was like, I want him to sound like that guy from Usual Suspects. And so if you listen to him, he's
That's
just
awesome.
Like, I wanted to have him say, "Guys are so sad."
I just watched that film just the other day. Okay.
What's that you're working on there?
I told you, Calavera, not now.
That's one old fridge. There's stronger stuff than that in there already.
Okay, then.
Whoop! I need that. You need to hold still, or I need to strap you down.
Looks like it hurts.
Okay, not talking. Okay, so that's not that. I need to do something to him.
It's the VIP pass for the High Rollers Lounge that Chowchilla Charlie gave me.
Let's get out and head back. Go and find this VIP lounge.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. looks no different. Okay. Nothing there. Go up again.
5 minutes to post.
How big were those when you drew them? Like the posters and the murals and stuff?
We could actually work rather big.
Did you have Photoshop back then?
We had Photoshop, but I don't know if we had layers back then. Or
oh, we had layers.
I think we did. Oh yeah, we had layers, but maybe
Paul
only
just didn't know what they were.
No, but I think too. You only had one undo or maybe 2 undos.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry, monsieur, but... Here's my pass, Jean-Claude. Now shut those doors and drive. Oui, monsieur. But actually, my name is Raoul.
For your own safety.
I got a hunch the wine comes out here. Looks like the pantry. Not picking that up. Not picking that up. Looks like the pantry. Looks like a turkey baster. Not picking that up. Looks like cans of some sort of canned meat. Oh, I really hope this isn't where the old race cats end up. Busy as ever, I see.
Well, I remember, speaking of VO, I remember you casting this, and then I remember you vanishing.
Yeah.
And you were gone for so long recording this.
Yeah, I was down in... Actually, it was the only one time we rented an apartment rather than staying at a hotel, because I was down in LA recording this for 6 weeks, and then I was bookended on either side with 2 weeks for 2 Lucas Learning projects.
Yeah.
And so it was
yeah, you just moved away.
Yeah, yeah. It's a long time.
Nick Virago, what are you doing working in the High Roller Lounge? I would think Maximino's private lawyer would have his own office.
I do, but they don't serve drinks there.
Got a little lipstick on you, lover boy.
I already got rid of that, and I can do the same to you, Calavera. So if I were you, I'd keep my jaw shut.
Nick, I need a lawyer.
You get yourself in some kind of trouble, Calavera.
Someone's claiming my roulette tables are fixed.
But your roulette tables are fixed.
Exactly. That's why I need a lawyer.
So will you be needing a regular lawyer or an excellent lawyer?
An excellent lawyer.
Any excellent lawyer or the best excellent lawyer?
The very best is good enough for me.
And who would you say that would be, Calavera? Who would you say is the best lawyer you know in all the land of the dead?
You are, Nick.
That's right. And that's why Maximino retains me on an exclusive basis. So, sorry, but I don't do odd jobs.
Rubicava is named after a girl I knew in the 4th grade. Her last name was Rubicava. That's a fun fact for you.
Wow.
She's married now. Doesn't use it anymore, so I get to use it.
You're keeping it alive.
Rubicava is named after a girl I knew in the 4th grade. Rubicava is named after a girl I knew in the 4th grade. Her last name was Rubicava.
You know, I'm getting the feeling Max ain't much of a dog guy.
You know me better than I thought.
Hello, Maximino.
Why, if it ain't Manny Calavera, come to see how the big boys play, eh, Manny?
From what I can tell, they play with kiddies.
Kiddies, roulette tables, what's the difference? They go round and round all day, and they're both more reliable when they're fixed. Am I right?
How's the old cat race, Max?
Well, volume's pretty low. Most everybody's out of town.
Tell me about it.
But I've got some side businesses that help smooth over the rough spots.
What kind of side businesses?
Manny, let's just say our El Mato associates appreciate our out-of-town perspective.
You know, you got a pretty nice setup here.
You got a good little club yourself, Manny. Not as nice as my girlfriend's, of course.
Did you say your girlfriend?
Hey, Manny, don't pretend you don't hear the gossip. It's not a secret anymore. Olivia and I are officially an item.
Well, I just saw Olivia and Nick kissing.
Manny, we all kiss here. We're all one big family, you know?
I'm here for Charlie's money. No, seriously. He says you have a lot of it.
Oh, I got a lot of it, but none of it's his.
Ooh. I'm leaving town tonight.
That's great, Manuel. No one needs a vacation more than you. Get out of town. Forget about that Meche woman.
No, I mean kissing, Max.
Manny, Olivia and I are in love. Nick Virago's been my trusted counsel for years. You shouldn't even joke around about their character like that. It could make me very angry.
I'm not joking.
That's enough, Calavera. I mean it. Now, let's talk about something we can agree about.
I like the new blimp.
Yeah, I decided not to let what happened to the Olivia 1 get me down. Imagine, you try to impress your girlfriend by building her a beautiful airship, and what happens? It goes and crashes, explodes, and burns on your own track. And kills her favorite cat, too. Not the kind of thing that makes the young girl's hearts go aflutter. I'll tell you that, Toys.
Your new waiter's got quite an attitude, even for a snooty waiter type.
Hey, Manny, when you put labels like that on people, it's like you stick people in these little boxes and never let them out.
We're all in little boxes back home, Max. 6 feet under.
Now you're talking like the town coroner, Manny. Cut it out.
Well, I'll let you get back to staring out the window.
Just can't get enough of my cats.
Okay. Let's see. What do we need to do now then?
Now that guy really needs his beauty rest. Wake up, Izzy!
Hey, I'm trying to get some sleep over here.
Sorry, don't mind me. Just passing through.
To where?
The elevator.
Doubt it.
Going down?
Probably. Later.
Can't I go down to the cellar?
It's a wine cellar. Wine goes down there.
Maybe you could take me down now.
Oh, yeah. I could take you down, but I can't heat customers anymore.
No, down in the elevator. I want to go down in the elevator.
That's true. They wouldn't see me hit you in there, but I still get in trouble.
Why can't you hit customers anymore?
Exactly. It makes no sense.
Just open the elevator door.
Then they really see us fighting.
I don't want to fight. I just want to use the elevator.
Chicken.
How about a bribe?
Look at me. What can you give to a guy who has everything?
Everything?
Hey, let's beat up that waiter.
Not a bad idea. But he's new. Give him a break.
Okay. Nighty-night. Busy as ever, I see.
Okay. Right back out of his hand. I drink the Goldschlager stuff for that. Make me all gold inside.
Well, maybe just a sip. I don't think I could swallow any more metal right now.
Sir, if you will, please place all of your belongings on the security desk. You sure you're not packing anything else?
Nothing that would set off that thing.
Then, sir, I'm afraid you'll have to step into the back with me.
Ooh.
Rules are rules.
And of course, with my dad being in the military, we moved around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this one town we moved to when I was in the 1st grade.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the only industry in the area was figs. Acres and acres of fig trees everywhere you looked. I myself never really cared for figs.
That's interesting.
I always liked dates more. Or prunes. Don't you just love
dates.
prunes? They have such a great texture. They're all
Never
wrinkled
a
up
big
like my
fan of
Grandma
prunes.
Hedwig's face. Oh, poor Grandma Hedwig. She was always forgetting things.
Hedwig, now that's an interesting name.
I remember one time back when I was 6. Or maybe I was 7. No. I had to be 6 because Mr. Rufus was still alive. Now there was a good
Mr.
dog.
Rufus?
Mr. Rufus. He was such a sweet little puppy. We didn't care that he was deaf. He was as deaf as they come,
What's
but
that?
he'd still try to bark. And it would come out sounding like a cat coughing up a hairball, which our cat often did. He had such long hair. I don't really like long-haired
Ooh,
cats, do you,
ick.
Manny? They're just so... I like short-haired cats. They seem less stuck up. People think I'm stuck up sometimes, believe it or not. No, they really do. I don't know why.
Actually, I thought you were pretty stuck up the first time I met you.
I guess it's because I'm so shy. I was shy all the way through high
Yes,
school.
You seem shy.
I never went to a single dance. Can you believe it?
I'll
Don't
take you
get me
dancing
wrong, the
tonight
boys
if you
would
let me
ask,
borrow
but
that thing.
I'd just run away. Did you just come back here to ask to borrow my metal detector?
No way.
Oh, okay. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. So the only industry in town was figs. Acres and acres of fig trees everywhere
Actually, you
you
were
looked.
farther than that in your story.
I myself never really cared for figs. I always liked dates more.
Actually, figs are a personal favorite.
Or prunes. Don't you just love prunes? They have such a
Never
great
a big
texture.
fan of prunes.
They're all wrinkled up like my Grandma Hedwig's face. Oh, poor Grandma Hedwig. She was always forgetting things. I remember one time back when I was 6. Or maybe I was 7.
Ah, 6. The golden year.
No. I had to be 6
Probably
because
you were
Mr.
7.
Rufus was still alive. Now there was a good dog, Mr. Rufus. He was such a sweet little puppy.
I remember
we
I had
didn't
a
care
dog
that
once.
he was deaf. He was as deaf as they come, but he'd still try to bark. And it would come out sounding like a cat coughing up a hairball, which our cat often did. He had such long hair. I don't really like
Ooh,
long-haired
ick.
cats, do you, Manny? They're just so... I like short-haired cats. They seem less stuck up. People think I'm stuck up sometimes, believe it or not. No, they really do. I don't know why.
No, I just can't believe that.
I guess it's because I'm so shy. I was shy all the way through high school.
Yes, you seem shy.
I never went to a single dance. Can you believe it? No, don't get me wrong, the boys would
I was in
ask,
detention
but
all the
I'd
way
just
through high
run
school.
away. My mom said I could have been homecoming queen if I'd just smile once in a while. She always said, a smile
Your mom
is the
must have
most
loved you very
important part
much.
of any outfit. Well, maybe I would have smiled more, Mom, if you hadn't drank so much. Was I supposed to smile when the cops called us in the middle of the night to tell us to come get you out of the drunk tank? Maybe if I had smiled more, Daddy wouldn't have left us. We'd be together right now. You,
Yikes.
me, Daddy, and Grandma Hedwig, and Mr. Rufus. And I'd be wearing my homecoming queen crown and eating figs and I'd... Oh, Mother!
And?
I'm so sorry!
Oh, God. Here, let me hold that metal detector for you while you cry.
Are you sure you didn't just come back here for this metal detector?
Sure. I'm here for the company.
Oh, okay. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. So the only industry in town was figs. Acres and acres of fig trees everywhere you looked. I myself never really cared for figs.
I heard this part already.
I always liked dates more. Or prunes.
I think you were
Don't
just
you
at
just
the
love
part
prunes?
about your metal detector.
Are you sure you didn't just come back here for this metal detector?
Actually, I did come back here just for your metal detector.
What is it with you in this thing? I'm sick of it, Manny. If this is all you want, you can fight the cats for it. Why is it all men are after the same thing? Except you. The only woman you care about is that Calamar dame, and she split on you. I don't know what she did to you, but you know what? I'm done trying to figure it out, pal.
Carla. These lockers have a note on them. Employees. I don't care who's doing it, but please stop using the contained detonation chamber to crack open walnuts. Thank you. They're locked.
They're lockers.
These lockers, employees. I don't care who's doing it, but they're locked. Stop using the contained detonation chamber to crack open walnuts. Thank you.
Hey,
Ah, Carla.
Okay, so...
Bye, Carla.
Drop dead!
Where was it? It was down again, wasn't it? And then across. And there.
Well, that's the hole I saw Carla's metal detector fall through. Oh, no. This cat litter really needs changing. See? This is why I don't have a pet. Smells good. But I'd rather eat my own arm. See? This is why I don't have a pet.
Okay, I need to open up the... Hang that, there again. Guess so.
It's already open.
Oh, okay. Use that.
Aha! A little stinky, but it could be worse.
Okay, let's go to the coroner's office. It's this way. This way. And this way, yeah. I want to find what's her face first, I guess. Right, we're going back in the big circle again. Darn it.
Strong stuff. That ought to kill the pain.
Ooh. Dishwasher or something. Yes.
Well,
keep practicing that lingo, man. You'll get it.
Go to seaweeds. And this way. This way. That's right. Those CBs, this was the way to dock.
Nah, he'd see me do it. I don't really want to do that. Looks like a lettuce crisper. Smells more like a fungus crisper to me. It's empty.
Hey, you slowed down my grinder. Very painful, eh, Naranja? Like torture. Who is over there? Me a poco, but look, you broke it. Now it won't shut. Nemazogia, hold still. What are you, dead? Ach, Keifer, wake up. I don't work on drunks. Resek Chovarko. What kind of sailor are you? Can't handle booze, huh? Hogy te azt gondolod, hogy engemet te nem fogsz kifizetni? Te teljesen bolond vagy. Well, let's go. Toto, I got your boy Naranja here. MIA here. Well, he sobered up. I send him to limbo. Yeah. You'll make it there by morning. Promise. Oh, yeah. That is what I told him.
Metal detector?
Next beach I see, I'm finding me a watch. I don't really want to do that. Let's see what you got on you, huh, sailor? Seaman Anselmo Naranja, Ensign 3rd Class. Doesn't look like you'll be showing up to work in the morning.
Alrighty. We are getting there.
Seaman Anselmo Naranja, Ensign 3rd Class.
Okay, excuse that.
Are you sure you're looking hard enough?
Look, Manuel, these old eyes are tired. I'm doing the best I can, but the average retirement age beachcomber has more sophisticated equipment than I've got here.
Okay, so why don't I use my metal detector?
I don't really want to do that.
How was the lighting handled on the characters in each environment? Does anybody remember that?
I think, however, we were able to set up a couple of lights. I think that was it.
I mean, wasn't there some information that you guys would take the set? Because didn't we have to save a copy of our sets with, like, you know, the key light and the fill, or just
I thought we would save a version of the very simple.
That's possible, yeah, as a like a starting place. But I mean, it was all very kind of rudimentary.
And you had to be really strategic with, you know, what is the best use of a minimal amount of lights to accommodate the character in the entire scene that he's got to be in.
Yeah, there was no, I mean, for all this stuff, there was no roadmap or procedure for like, oh, this is how you do 3D forests or light character. I mean, we had to make everything up and solve every problem to get everything to happen pretty much in this. So there's a lot of just on the fly, different people figuring stuff out per scene, how to make something work. And as a result, some things work better than others.
Oh, this town's going to hell. Sailor can't even take a 2-day shore leave without watching his back. Yeah, I'll come down in the morning.
All day long, Manny, I sought through pure sadness. I find evidence, and I piece together stories. But none of my stories end well. They all end here, and the moral of every story is the same. We may have years, we may have hours, but sooner or later, we push up flowers.
Oh, very poetic. Okay, so we've got a space now. Okay, just gotta get tools. That is going to be the trick. What have we still got now?
Labor organization and revolt made easy. Hey, can I borrow this book?
Why? So you can freak out our plans for organizing labor and go rat us out to your pal, Chief Bogan?
Hey, I'm just looking for something to read on the can, all right?
No dice, Cummerbund.
Buenas noches, comrades.
Hey, Manny, no offense, but we don't have time for establishment types like yourself.
What makes you guys think I'm so establishment?
You smell like bacon and oppression, man.
¿Qué?
Hang on, what's that? And the letter basically revolutionary dogma.
Manuel, I am sorry to hear that you have not heard from your Meche. You must be patient. Let your heart remain open. If it is meant to be, you will someday be reunited.
Ha! He still thinks I'm in love with her. Hey, did I ever tell you guys that you remind me of my friend, Salvador Limones?
Salvador Limones is a fairy tale, a spook story the man tells the masses as he puts them to sleep.
Idiot! Salvador Limones is a very real and a very great man.
He also writes a mean letter.
What is this? I, Salvador Limones, salute you, Manuel Calavera?
A great ally in this noble revolution.
You really know Salvador Limones? What's he like?
Why didn't you tell us you were a freedom fighter, Manuel?
I can't talk about my underground gig, man, where I put the whole scene in Dangerville.
Wow. Heavy.
Hey, I've got a split, so,
Viva la revolución.
Oh, man.
And the book now.
Would you cats mind if I dug on this book for a while?
Knock yourself out, brother.
And then, for some reason, I was always really interested in beatniks. Beatniks and Reds. I think because it was so foreign to me, like the Red Scare was not part of my actual life, but it always seemed like this thing is, it's hard, it's funny. It was always funny to me to imagine how passionate people were about that, how big of a deal it was for them. And it was always so, but if from a safe distance, it was just kind of entertaining. Like, oh, wow, people are like, we're really concerned about communists everywhere and unions and...
No, I remember there were, when I was a little kid, there were people would still talk about communist plots in all seriousness, yeah.
Let's talk to the Seabees.
This is where I had never heard of actual sea bees before, and someone made that. I talked about how they could be these bees down there, and they're like, oh, like sea bees, and I was like, what are sea bees?
Yeah, they were a Navy thing, yeah.
And wait, does that come from the letter CB, like?
I don't know.
Or construction brigade or something.
Yeah, good. Like Jeep comes from general personnel vehicle. Yeah.
So and this bee is called Terry because of the character from On the Waterfront, Marlon Brando's character named Terry. So that's where we got all that stuff.
What's the buzz, boys?
It's bad down here, Manny. It's like we want to control the means of things and stuff, you know?
You bees gotta be strong.
Easy for you to say, topsider.
Labor Organization and Revolt Made Easy. Chapter 1. The workers shall control the means of production. Ooh, better not show that to Glottis. I think these are the words you're looking for.
The workers shall control the means of production. The workers shall control the means of production. Yes, that's it! That's what I've been trying to say! Who will stop the fat cats of industry from building these ships with the pollen of the exploited working class? I say we fight back!
What's this? Maybe a bee agitator?
I say lay down your tools right now and show the man just who makes the honey around here!
That does it. You know, I always thought bees came in two colors, yellow and black. But you look all red to me, my friend.
Ah! Hey, what are you doing? We've got the right to assemble peacefully.
Good. You're going to need a lot of assembly after we take you apart, comrade.
Betty! Get me a lawyer! Get me a lawyer!
Hogan, that's gonna make it tough to spring the kid and get him back out here. Good thing I know a lawyer who owes me a favor.
Okay,
How's tricks, Nick?
Yeah.
Virago, I really need a lawyer.
Well, my dance card is full. So what are you gonna do?
I'll ask Max if I can borrow you.
He doesn't like sharing his counsel any more than he likes sharing his girlfriend. So don't bother.
I could tell Max about you and Olivia.
That sort of claim could send a man like Max into quite a rage, especially if the messenger had no proof.
Max and I are friends. He'll believe me.
People believe what they want to believe, Calavera. And I want to believe you're a smart man who doesn't go around spreading dangerous rumors. I've got to talk to Max for a moment. When I get back, I hope you're gone, because I'm sick of looking at you.
Man, this is gonna get me in trouble. There's something rattling inside. Must be in a hidden compartment somewhere, but I don't see a latch or anything. It's Virago's cigarette case.
Trying to get some sleep over here.
Okay, nighty-night. Looks like the pantry.
Here we're being very insensitive to claustrophobics. And French people. Probably would never do it today. But I'm
well, the Twitter, just think of the Twitter response
Don't
from the
bring that
claustrophobic French people, right?
Looks like more of that cat meat or whatever that is. Looks like more of that cat meat or whatever that is. The can opener wouldn't work there. The can opener wouldn't work there. I don't need any cat meat. I don't need any cat meat.
I don't know, and I guess at that point, just hit the 3-hour mark, I think that's what we're going to call it for tonight. Save. Yes, it did save. Right, so let's... And I want to thank you all for sticking around and watching Fandango's 25th anniversary. Day of the Dead was last week as well. And yeah, we'll continue this adventure game next time. If you enjoyed this, then check out the YouTube channel, as you can see there, Adventure to Read. There's small adventure games there, including recently Ghost Crown, a Ghost Hunting Adventure. A few other games. So if you've liked them, then hit like and subscribe. I appreciate it very much. But until next time, take care, stay safe, and don't let anybody sneak up and spray. Bye for now.